Soy la princesa.
Get it? Got it. Bueno.
I need to be the best at everything. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. Ain't no excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. Ain't no excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Every single day we winning, 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 winning.
Get it? Got it. Bueno.
Yeah, number one. Yeah, number one. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. Ain't no excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Every
Get it?
single day we winning, winning,
Got it.
winning, 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 winning.
Bueno.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to this very, very special interview. We are joined by the best at everything. She is the 1%. She is not a part of the 1%. She is the 1%. She has been a Shine Tag Team Champion, an OVW Women's Champion, Mission Pro Champion. She was the inaugural Destiny World Women's Champion and is the current reigning and defending, as well as inaugural, making her a history maker. FWW and NWA Exodus Pro Women's Champion. And before he came on the air, I found out she may actually have a couple more belts I didn't even know about yet. Ladies and gentlemen, La Princesa, Tiffany Nieves.
Oh, gracias. You know what? The rumors are true. I am truly the best at everything. So thank you so much. I couldn't be happier to be here with such an intro. And honestly, I'm so glad you're one of the very few people that allow that intro video just to play out, because my gosh, I was watching that video and all I saw was excellence from the beginning to the end. Oh, mwah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And that shirt, I want everyone to know, JJ, right now, that shirt he's wearing, oh, it was custom made. We went through a huge process. I selected those photos myself, and you can now get on the NWA merch shop. You can be bueno too.
I am a little bit sad that the Get It, Got It Bueno shirt has been removed, because I really wanted that one as well. But
you know what? I am the princess. And if I say it goes, you're not the first one. So we made a black shirt. We then made a blue shirt. You get rowdy just like me, and we could bring it back. All you gotta do is comment on the NWA merch and say, we want the Get It, Got It Bueno shirt back. And that it's as simple as that. It is as simple as that.
I might have to tweet Billy Corgan when we get off the air. But
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, listen, I'll call him myself. I'm Billy's favorite. He doesn't want to admit it because he has to play boss, but I am the boss's favorite. And it's not because I'm beautiful or I've got charisma off the charts. It's really because I am the best at everything. Since I've walked into the NWA, I have elevated it. It is truly now NWA Plus because La Princesa is there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I just want to start off by saying thank you for joining us today. It's been definitely a journey trying to work out a date and time that just worked with your busy Princesa schedule. And one of my buddies tried to give me some crap about counter programming him. I'm like, hey, when La Princesa talks, you bow to her.
Oh, did he also want to watch himself?
Yeah, but he has his own show that he hosts on Exit this time. I'm like, dude, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm not.
Yeah, you know what? You have to put all the blame on me because truthfully, originally, we had tried to make it certain times to not counteract with other people. But you're right. I mean, who knows what next week would have brought? I mean, La Princesa is on her way of trying to be a movie star. Could you blame me? Hollywood is calling. When Hollywood calls, I answer.
Exactly. I mean, you've already been in Bad Boys 3.
That is true.
You were a star of the Netflix series Wrestlers.
You know what? If I was the star of the Netflix series Wrestlers, there's be a part 2. But I
This
really
is
love
fair.
that you said that. Thank
This
you.
is fair. I mean, you're the reason I checked it out.
That's what I like to hear. I'm a
Just
lot of the
just
reason why
throwing
people
that out
checked it
there.
out, and then there's another reason why people turned it off. Oopsie. It's the truth.
Oopsie. So, how did you become a fan of professional wrestling in the first place? At what age did you discover it?
I wish I could tell you what age it was. It's almost impossible not to be a fan of wrestling if you turn on the TV and you watch it. Growing up, my cousins, I have 5 cousins that are all boys, and it's really funny because on my dad's side, he has a sister who has 5 boys, and then he has 4 girls. So it's really funny how his sister had all boys and my titi, and then he had all girls. So growing up, I mean, we would literally beat the crap out of each other all the time. The wrestling video games were on, the TV was on. So that I had an early influence very early on. Growing up in New York, I didn't spend much time outside. I spent a lot of time inside, and wrestling was always on. So I really fell in love with that. And then having a very strict father, the Attitude Era had a really, really they did a really good job of showing you things that you probably didn't see every day. So I tell people I went to Catholic school, and it wasn't every day I saw a man with his shirt off. So just seeing, she's like, what is this? This is incredible. So I was taken away by the talent at the time. And it was just, it caught my eye. So I really liked it.
Okay. I love the fact that you brought up the Attitude Era because that's what roped me into professional wrestling as well.
Yeah.
I actually was a bit of a late bloomer. I got into it right there, summer of '98. But a lot of people look back on the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars specifically, as some of the best times of wrestling.
I agree. I really do agree.
But my question to you is, with the way that everything has kind of evolved here in recent, WWE obviously still going strong. You have AEW, TNA, the NWA prospering again after a little bit of a lull there. I'm sure largely due to your greatness being on the product. But then you think about, specifically some of the women companies like Mission Pro, Future of Women's Wrestling that you're involved in. Is it safe to say that now is better than even back then?
I think it's unfair to say that. I mean, I think we're always trying to compete with either the past or the future rather than enjoying what we're in right now, the present. So I can't answer that question because I'm not one. I think the Attitude Era was great for what it is. And I think what we're going through now is even better. And I think I would say better than we're so lucky to have that era to be influenced by, and then I feel very lucky to be in an era where now I can perform, so it's very hard for you to ask me that question because I adore that era and I think it's great because I got to be entertained and now I am entertaining. So I think it's an exciting time as we continue to grow that wrestling is still main center stage of entertainment. That's exciting to me. I think what's exciting is seeing that we have so many people merging over. Sometimes it's frustrating because you want to be somewhere and you see someone get it like this in a different entertainment field and you're like, well, crap, what the hell, but it is exciting to see how much exposure is now happening with wrestling. But I think it's always kind of been there.
Okay. Apologies, I'm going to kind of hop all around here.
Please do. That's fine.
I went through and I watched a bunch of your interviews because I didn't want to ask you the same old question that you've been asked 100 times. But I did pick up a few things that you've been talking about on some other pods, and it, gave me some ideas. But you've been trained by the likes of Sean Spears, Tyler Breeze, Al Snow, Mickey James, Booker T. Who out of all those have you learned the most from? And now that you're working with Booker T and Sharmell in Reality of Wrestling, have you thought about maybe doing something with Queen Sharmell since you are La Princesa?
That's funny you say that. So I have to say I've been very blessed to be trained by professionals that came from the Performance Center. They have all taught me something and are all a part of La Princesa. I mean, every single one. When you talk about the most, I think Mickey James and Al Snow had a huge part of fusing who I am today. The OVW chapter of my life is a huge part of who I am now, and I do want to give my coach Doug Basham some credit. Um, but OVW infused me to really get in the culture and understand everything, and gave me that platform to really become this TV ready superstar. And when you ask me about Queen Charmel, it's really funny. We bump heads because she's Queen Charmel and I'm La Princesa. And I think La Princesa is going to have to put Queen Charmel in her place.
Ooh, I
It's
hope I
as
get to
simple as
see
that.
that reality of wrestling show.
It's as simple as that. You know, Charmel, you're a Hall of Famer. You've done it. Now you can continue collecting the tickets and telling people to clean the bathrooms and let me stand center stage. I think Charmel has a little bit to do with why I have yet to get my hands on that reality of wrestling championship. I don't understand why anyone else to get an opportunity. I don't understand it. And I think it bothers her because I don't know that there's ever been a princesa or anyone of royalty in reality wrestling that I think of it who has stayed long enough. And I think a lot of that has to do with Charmel.
Okay, looks like we have a super chat here question from one of your fans. $5 from Jeff. Do you see
We
yourself
love you,
going
Jeff, but
to
Jeff, follow me and give me all your money, baby. Give me your money, baby. I got Cameo. I got Instagram.
buy
I
the
got food for
merch?
sale.
Buy the merch. Do you see yourself
Just
going to
give me
one
the
of the
money.
major
That's it.
companies
I
in the future?
love you for being on here. Of course, I not only do I see myself going to one of the most major companies, my boss Billy Corgan sees it for me, and he sees the future for me. I have told Billy Corgan, I'll say it here, one of my dreams is to be one of the first ever NWA Women's Champion to enter the Royal Rumble. I see a long future for myself. Yes, I want that for myself, and I've even shared that with the current champion today, Kenzie Page. That's a dream of mine. Um, she works just as hard, and I said, if there's anyone that would have it, it'd be you, girl. But that's my dream. And I say that and I get goosebumps in my body because there has never been a goal that I've had in my mind that has never come to prosper. But I have to be honest, I love where I'm at with the NWA. I have a boss that just coincides with me. I mean, he is a self-made superstar. I'm so tired of hearing these people talk about their second generation wrestlers. Kudos to freaking you. Well, guess what? I'm first time made, baby. I didn't have anyone teaching me the ropes behind or in front of the scenes, okay? I did this all on my own. I had to fall on my face and get up 10 more times than anyone else. So kudos to you. You've been around it since day one. But I don't give a crap, man. I have to fight, scratch, and claw my way to learn everything. And no one cared about La Princesa. You know what I mean? Because no one cares about that. So I like Billy Corgan because just like me, he is a self-made superstar. He's not second generation anything. And that man still goes on tour today to make NWA still exist. That man has eye for talent. So I don't understand why I'd want to go anywhere else and start from the bottom up, but I do love competition and I really do love where I'm at with the NWA. It's a great. I mean, Jazz as my mentor backstage behind the scenes. I mean, she is one of the best, and the people she used to study are like legends. And her being the last ever WWF champion, the first ever WWE Women's Champion says a lot. She needs to be placed in the Hall of Fame. So I think, so many people and legends have come from NWA and have done great things. I'm excited to put NWA's on the map. People know that. And you can tune in every Tuesday on X to see what we're putting down. I don't know if you had a chance. I got to be in the first ever women's cage match in Alabama. So within my first year of NWA, I'm making women's history for eternity. It doesn't matter what happens to anything in wrestling. Tiffany Nieves, will forever be in history already.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that match up because one of the things we do here in the Simply Reliable Studios is we do watch alongs. We watch the pay-per-views, we react.
And I would love
do our
to
own commentary.
Watch along. I'm all into that. So we'll have to set that up.
We did your cage match.
Okay.
And I think I sent you the link for it. I'm not sure if you had an opportunity to watch it, as busy as you are, but me and my buddy actually did that and did a watch along for it. He's a Natalia Markova fan. Sorry. But me, obviously, I was Team La Princesa.
La Princesa.
We had to do that and represent. I think it's interesting that you brought up the whole desire to be NWA Women's Champion in the Royal Rumble, because you've got Natalia coming to the Crockett Cup here in a couple of months. month and a half, actually. It's the middle of May, right? The Crockett Cup.
Absolutely.
Are you hoping to get a match with Natalia? And do you think
Absolutely. Are
that
you
her
Puerto
coming
Rican, by
over?
the way?
I am not.
Oh, you rubbing
Our
me, Puerto
producer
Rican.
is. Our producer is.
You're telling me this producer is Puerto Rican. He's still a fan of Markova?
No. He wasn't the Markova fan. Another person on our
I was
team.
gonna give him the whip
Another
off.
person.
That's for sure.
He is firmly in La Princesa's court. He just forgot to get a T-shirt in time.
Oh, he didn't forget. No excuses. It's okay.
He will be purchasing one here as soon as we get off the air.
Ahora, that's right. That's what I like to hear.
But with Natalia coming over, do you think that could open the door for
Absolutely.
the crossover?
I think the fact that she is already coming over has opened the door. Natty is one of the most generous people. I cannot wait to meet her when she comes into the locker room. She's a sweetheart. I've exchanged messages with her and told her how excited and how inspiring it is to see that she still wants to knock down walls with how much she's already accomplished. She just continues to give, and like sharing that spotlight with the NWA is something I can't thank her enough for. You know, to get in the ring with her would be even a bonus. There's many women that I feel that will be able to have a great match with her. So I know regardless if it's me or anyone, they're going to represent NWA at the fullest. And I'm so excited to be on that card. The fact that I have goosebumps talking to you right now, that I'll be on the same card as her. Oh my goodness. Aren't we all blessed? La Princesa and Natty on a card. Man, aren't you lucky?
Absolutely. Natalia is one of my favorites. I actually named my daughter Natalie after her.
Wow.
So
I can't wait to see who names La Princesa after me. That's a great name for a child.
Yes, absolutely. One of our other members of our team, gentleman named Noah, huge fan of the Outrunners. Tell me how the Outrunners, and specifically Truth Magnum, Shiloh, played a pivotal role in your career.
Man, I was gonna say you must have really listened to my interviews, because Shiloh is such, both of them, honestly, Turbo too, and I don't think Turbo gets enough credit. I mean, Turbo and Shiloh have been behind the scenes so much, and just because of distance, Turbo would be there more. But Shiloh is a huge reason why the Bad Girls Club were so successful. Shiloh is he is incredible mind, and if you can tag into this, Shiloh's doing great things. The Outrunners are doing great things. They're one of the best parts of OVW. Now they're one of the best parts of AEW. And actually, the Outrunners had a huge influence in pushing me to reach out to NWA. They were huge. I mean, Shiloh would tell me, Tiffany, you're a star. You're La Princesa. It's time to get on a different stage and do it. And you know, I don't like to share so much of behind the scenes, but I'll tell you, we were at OVW and he pulled his phone out and said, right now, cut me a promo that you're going to send to Billy Corgan today. And I just literally was like, all right, let's go. You're not going to challenge me, you know? And I did the promo, and that exact promo I sent to Billy Corgan. And within a month later, I was in Billy Corgan's face cutting a promo, and he was offering me a contract. So I have to say, I'm very proud of them, and I know it's likewise here. Wrestling would be a different place without the Outrunners. I will tell you that confidently.
I gotta be honest. When I first saw their shtick, I was like, really? This is what we're doing in 2025? But as I watched them a little bit more, I was like, okay.
Are you kidding me? They're the youngest men alive. Of course you're going to do that in 2025, you know? And, you know, if you felt that way about them, then they're doing something right. You know, it takes an oddball to really love the Outrunners. And I am proudly an oddball, and I love it.
One of the other pods I saw you on, and this is probably going to be how we wrap things up here. I'm a big movie guy.
You're doing great.
Thank you. One of the other things I do a lot of on my channel here is movie reviews and stuff. And you talked about how you got the itch to be a professional wrestler and to be the best at everything from John Wick.
Oh, God.
Is it safe to assume that John Wick is one of your favorite movies? And if not, what is your favorite movie?
No, John Wick is one of my favorite movies. I mean, if it's not going to be John Wick, we're going to go really romantic and go with, you know, The Notebook. I love that movie, or Grease. But aside from that, when it comes to an action movie, you can't get better than John Wick. He completely inspired me to get into wrestling and was the final push for me during COVID. it was tough times, and I always wanted to be an entertainer of some sort. And I mean, it depends who you ask, but they'll tell you I can't sing or dance, and that's not true. I can do both, okay, because I am the best at everything. But I really believe in telling stories, and I really believe in feeling things and emotions, and I really can fight. I can really fight. So when I saw John Wick, I thought, man, they just don't make them like Holly Berry anymore. Where are they in the world? I need to be that missing piece. And what we were missing was that 1% in wrestling. And I thought that's what I literally signed up for wrestling class after rewatching the movie John Wick for like the 8th time. And I was like, it's enough. Like, we are missing the female version of John Wick, that 1%. I need to get into wrestling. So I got into wrestling. So thank you, John Wick.
There you go.
I am open to any wild questions. Is anyone tuned in? If they're not, if anyone's watching, let's ask 3 questions, like, or you can think of. I love ending it with some funny, spontaneous, whatever comes to mind questions.
Okay. Walter, your producer, man, scroll through, see if you can find something funny, spontaneous. I will say you mentioned the whole singing thing. Did I or did I not hear you say that you do karaoke with Layla Gray from time to time? What happened? I think we lost her. There she is.
I'm sorry, I saw that something was on the chat. I tried to read it.
Oh, it's okay. I was saying you mentioned the singing. Did I or did I not hear you correctly? You and Layla Gray do karaoke sometimes?
Yes, we do. It's been a while since our last session with everything and all the moving. I just relocated to Texas, but we would always look forward to the holidays because we love to do a little bit of karaoke. And I thought I was pretty great at it. And so did everyone who tuned in. And right now, you can't tell, but I have a very angelic voice. I am suffering from Texas sinuses. But aside from that, La Princesa can better than Shalance, okay?
I am a horrible singer, personally. But me and the team like to, on a monthly basis, do a karaoke stream for our fans, and people will donate. We'll do wheel spins, see who ends up having to sing what they have to sing. We do Christmas karaoke also, so maybe we can get you and Layla to come back, do some Christmas karaoke with us.
Oh, that'd be great. You know what? We'll have to see, because ever since the Bad Girls Club broke up, I don't really care for them anymore.
That's
because
fair.
Let's be honest, get it, got it, bueno is the only thing that matters.
There you go. Well, I do see a few comments popped in. One from Clint.
You ready? Yeah, we're going to wrap up now. So let's see it. Let's see these questions.
What's your favorite thing to do on road trips?
Are you serious, Clint? Clint is one of my media marketing managers, and he actually is my driver. So that's the most absurd question ever, Clint. One
Maybe
of my
he's
favorite
hoping
things
you'll just
ever
give
to
him
do
a
is
shout
ignore
out.
you, first of all, because you try to talk too much. And then second off, obviously try to listen to music because you drive with no music, and it's the creepiest thing ever. And third of all, I watch whatever opponent I'm on the way to do. I don't have many road trips because I'm a freaking princess. I fly, okay? But if I have to drive, which I never do, he's the driver. And I'm enjoying Starbucks and reviewing how I'm going to brutalize my opponent.
Okay.
Goodness.
Jeff, who submitted the super chat earlier, says,
I will be watching that movie,
the ballerina
yes.
movie.
I'm upset I wasn't casted for it. So next.
Sharadan, I think it is, says,
Okay.
what are the biggest life-changing lessons you've learned in your career?
What a deep question. If I was to tell you that, you'd be a different person. So I'm not going to give you my first answer. I'll give you my second answer. One of the big life-changing lessons is, I wouldn't say it's wrestling particularly, but I would say in wrestling, you don't realize how far kindness can go to a spirit. And when I speak about spirit, I mean like anyone, a soul. And it can be from, the person you're working across the ring, or it can be even someone who paid to watch the show. I think the most beautiful thing I've learned is that kindness can go such a long way and change the circumstance of everything, and it's free, and it's so beautiful. So I've learned and grown to appreciate life in ways I never could imagine, the smallest little things. I thought I learned that when I beat cancer or was going through cancer. But wrestling has a way of humbling you so much that just reminds you that you're human, and so is everyone else on the other side watching you, and that's really cool sometimes.
I was curious how we were going to segue to the cancer conversation. I didn't want to just jump right into it. I was hoping it would get mentioned. I want to say thank you for continuing to fight and do what you do as a cancer survivor.
Thank you.
I lost my grandma and my great grandma a week apart in 1997 to cancer, and I just lost my youngest cousin last October.
I'm so sorry.
So, seeing you accomplish what you have accomplished since coming out of arguably the biggest fight of your lifetime, that inspires me to want to do better. So thank you.
You're gonna make me emotional. Thank you so much, because it is surreal to know, like, I've even lost a friend that I was going through treatment with during cancer, and it's very surreal to know that how many people do actually pass from it, and to know that I'm still alive makes me want to scream and jump in joy, really. Like, wow, I was chosen. In life we always want to be chosen, whether we admit it or not. We want to be chosen. Like, am I special? Am I important? Am I doing good enough? And then when I feel that way in wrestling, I mean, you can tell how hungry I am with the amount of titles I have, that I have this mentality. But sometimes I have to remind myself, like, you're already chosen by being alive. Like, that's the biggest gift ever. And just hearing myself say that is such a nice reminder. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It also made me wonder, was there a particular reason other than it's fun why you chose to be a heel instead of a babyface? Because
who says it's fun? I think it's
everybody says it's fun to be a heel.
You didn't hear me say it. That's everyone else.
Fair enough. I didn't hear it from your mouth, but pretty much everybody talks about how
you see you're confusing with everybody, and you're already making the mistake. You see,
that's fair, because you're the 1%. You're not part of it. I
don't believe in this whole babyface heel crap. I don't know what that's about. I am the Princesa. So what? That's it. You know what I mean? That is it. Like, I don't act one way. I don't act another way. I do what I feel is right in the moment. And if you watch Exodus Pro, the last show, I faced Lily. I didn't cheat at all. I didn't cheat at all to win. Does that mean I'm not a heel anymore? You know what I mean? That doesn't work that way. I think the character and where I'm molded from, where I'm from, when they say Tiffany Nieves, they say I'm from the Bronx, New York. And not everyone from the Bronx, New York is the same, right? It really upsets me when people have this mentality that you have to fit into a box. Not upsets me. You're not upsetting me. Unless you take my title, then you're upsetting me. But I'm from the Bronx, New York. So I think there's a lot of culture. It's very worldly, if you ask me. So many people come to New York. So my responses are very different based on the situation I'm in. So I'm adjustable. I change, just like New York. It's very adjustable. It goes with the time. The speed is this. I'm the same way in the ring. If something calls for something, I need to do it. If I need to pull my crown out, I'm going to do it. I'm a survivor. I got out of there, I'm the rose that grew from concrete. That's what you see when you see La Princesa. It's that simple.
Realest woman in the room.
Amen.
Tiffany, thank you so much for gracing us with your time. I know you're a busy woman. You got a lot you got to get to. Before you depart us today, tell everybody where they can find you, where you're going to be wrestling in the not so distant future, in case anybody watching's in the Texas area or anywhere.
Clint may be able to give you a better list, and Clint is really good at this. He actually runs one of my fan pages. It's like Tiffany Nieves fan page. I don't know. But you can follow me at Tiffany Nieves _, and I post everything on my Instagram. You can also check my Twitter out. I love Twitter. It's so wrestling related. So I will respond to DMs as best as I could there. And then I have Cameo. You can look me up. But I highly suggest Twitter and Instagram. And my next show is going to actually be at Reality Wrestling, because you just brought an idea to my mind. I think I'm going to make a phone call, and I have a couple things to say to Charmel. So this upcoming next show, I may have a microphone in my hand. So stay tuned.
And merchandise, where can they find you?
At the NWA merch website, of course. And of course, I am defending my Exodus Pro coming up. I do have plans to go to Mexico. I think it's in 2 weeks I'll be in Mexico. Gosh, the list ends, but just stay tuned with NWA. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. We got the Crockett Cup coming, and I can't wait to share with the world what I'll be defending and what I'll be doing at the Crockett Cup when the time is right.
Any idea when the Hard Times matches are going to end? They're going to.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know right now, but hopefully pretty soon.
All right. Well, thank you again, La Princesa, Tiffany Nieves, for gracing us with your royal presence and your time. Thank you to everybody who joined us and tuned in.
Yes.
And we will catch you guys tomorrow night for the Saturday shenanigans, and maybe a little bit later tonight for a special shenanigans episode. We will see you guys later.
Thank you. Mwah. Get it.
Get it? Got it. Bueno.
I need to be the best at everything. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. No excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning. Every single day we winning. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. No excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning. Every single day we winning.
Get it? You got it. Bueno.
Yeah, number one. Yeah, number one. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. No excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning.
Get it?
Every single day we winning.
Got it. Bueno.